interesting investors and to sensitize consultants, contractors, investors on a huge road program which has been announced by the Prime Minister on the 15th of August this year in his speech of 20 kilometers. Roads in India is not really a matter of connectivity, but is a very important component of inclusive growth, and the outlays on roads by government are a very important stimulus. In the work plan we prepared for roads, we have envisaged to award this year of about $20 billion. The work plan encompasses $20 billion, and both debt, equity and funds are being invited to participate in this program, the largest PPP program in the world. And now with the announcement of setting up expressway division, we're going to set up an expressway division next fortnight, and I propose bringing in legislation for expressway authority. A report prepared by consultants, consultants has looked at 18 kilometers of expressways in the country. We have to have a separate model for that. This is an opportunity for investors in the United States. India being an investment destination, I've just been talking to a large number of investors who came here, funds, pension funds, equity funds, looking at debt, and programs which we're having with ICICI and Financial is this is the fourth such program. First was in Singapore, second was in Zurich, third was in London, fourth is here. Listening to them, listening to their concerns, is very important, because while India remains an attractive investment destination, we have to see that the model of our projects also are investment attractive. So I tell Chanda to take over.
Good afternoon. The $20 billion of investment that Minister spoke offers a very attractive opportunity for both equity and debt. And the roads asset is an asset class that has a very steady and stable rate of return to the investors. And we have been doing, working with the government in the last few months, is to try and look at the factors that can make all the road projects even more economically viable. And therefore a lot of work is being done at the government level to look at the various contracts and so on, and the contractual agreements to see how the economic and financial value of these projects can be improved even further. And in the financial services, to look at what are the new ways and projects can fund these projects. So it's not just plain debt and equity. How can we look at developing infrastructure bonds in the country? Look at really developing takeout financing structures and receivable securitization structures and so on. So Securities and GM Financial we are together arranging interaction with the investors to get their feedback, understand what more can be done to make these projects more attractive, and make them aware of this big opportunity so that we can both diversify the investor base.
Just the total project cost for meeting the work plan which we have for 2009-2010 is estimated at $80 billion. That's about 1 lakh crores. The share of sector investment in this will be about rupees 12. And over the next few years, out of the total projected investment of the size of $80 billion, the private investment is envisaged at $45 billion. Now, if we have to have contractors and concessionaires, and we have to build roads, we have to ensure that they too get financing. If they're not going to get financing, they won't be able to build the roads, and they're not going to. So it's very important that we sensitize the global community about the opportunities in this. I have also had a meeting with the President of the World Bank, Bob Zelig, about we opposed to the World Bank of $3 billion, which is roughly 15 crores. They recognize that India's infrastructure has to be a priority. And they, for the first time, informed me at the meeting that they'll be willing to viability gap funding, and also fund of our annuity projects. Another window for financing. IFCR, which is investment, they've set up an investment management. They've invited us to see how private sector and the investors could take advantage of this funding also. This is very, so we take contractors and concessioners to engage IFC and the asset arm which they've set up, which will provide again, which will funds in this sector. Well, expressways we've yet to formulate, and as I said, expressway division, but the highways, 50%, 30% or 35% annuity. And those annuity projects will bid for tolls so that we develop in India special skills for tolling companies to create the revenue. The balance about 50 PC must recognize that building roads in the northeast, Nagaland, Mizoram is very different to building roads in Haryana, Punjab. So look at the whole situation as it is and fit models in different roads. 50% will be on toll. And we are bidding in all definitely do look at 16%. Very important investment destination. With some of the shocks which have happened here in India is a much better parking lot for investment. Even pension funds are looking at it. Pension funds just now they're talking to me. Pension funds are just now not looking at real estate, equity, looking at infrastructure. The enormity of funds is so, funding in India's whole story and India's investment destination are very attractive for investment. When there's a recession here, of growth in India.
A situation where there's an investment opportunity in the rest of the Western world, but there are investment opportunities in India. And those investment opportunities are actually of very fundamental factors, which is the demographic consumption leading to a demand for investment. So in that sense, it not just continues to be, but becomes a very, very important destination.
I think this red tape is being corrected. People are not looking at India merely in terms of red tape. There is red tape, there is a bureaucracy, in the United States. And in many areas, the bureaucracy in India is much faster than the bureaucracy in the United States. You living here must surely know that. So sometimes bureaucracies are common all throughout the world. All roads will, at least the new greenfield roads like expressways, will go through an environmental assessment. And these highways are existing roads. Again, these are not new alignments, these are the same alignments. We're into highways, into 4-lane or 6-lane. So it's not that just created a new thing. That will be in the case of expressways. And all of them will build in environmental concerns and they will go through environmental impact assessment.